guys, it's Zoe. So today I'm here with my boyfriend Curtis.
Hey everyone.
And we are going to be doing the Judge a Book by its Cover challenge. If you haven't heard about that and you don't know what it is, I am going to give Curtis a book, and based off of just the title, the front cover, and I'll let him look at the back but not read anything, he has to guess what the book is about. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, let's get right into it. Book number 1.
So the first book's Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. So it looks like a romantic book. I see a boy and a girl holding hands walking down a long road. Epic Detour, I'm not really sure what they mean by that. I'm going to assume the book's probably maybe about a boy and a girl that start off as friends and become lovers? I don't know.
Yes, that's usually
speculating a little bit. But,
yeah.
That's pretty much all I can summarize.
What does the road tell you? They're on an epic detour and there's a road.
Perhaps they're on a road trip? Yeah?
What do you think happens on this road trip, given the title?
They're on a road trip and they come across an epic detour.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. So, Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson is about a boy and a girl, Amy and Roger. Wow. Look at that! So Amy's family is moving across the country from California to Connecticut. The only problem is that Amy's dad recently died in a car accident, so she doesn't want to drive. So they enlist the help of her friend Roger to drive Amy across the country from California to Connecticut. Amy's mom was really anal about this whole trip and booked all of their hotels and everything and said you have to check in at this time, at this point, and they end up going on an epic detour and going wherever the hell they want.
Sounds like an adventure.
Yeah, it's a really cute book.
Cool. Next book?
You gonna read it one day?
Maybe. It's not really my,
It's good enough for me. Maybe it's good enough for me.
It's not really my style, but it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fiction. You like non-fiction.
Yeah, I don't really like fiction, but...
Book number 2.
This book is Etiquette and Espionage by Gail...
Some people say Carragher, some people say Carriger. I don't really know.
By Gail Carriger, or Carragher.
I change it every single time I say it.
The genre for this one, I'm going to go with historical fiction.
Yes.
The lady on the cover is dressed in an old dress, and judging by that, that's where I got my genre. She looks like a spy.
Why do you say that?
I mean, judging by the title. Espionage.
Fair enough. Sleuthing skills.
She looks as if she's going to... She looks like she's holding the scissors in a pretty aggressive manner, so she looks like she's on a mission to hurt someone.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So what do you think the book's about, based on that?
Oh.
Anything else? No? Alright. Well, Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carriger. Carriger, however you say it.
I don't know.
I'll find out one day. And we'll...
Maybe.
Probably
Maybe
not.
won't.
Probably not. So this is the first book in the Finishing School series. It is historical fiction. So the main character, Sophronia, she gets invited. She gets invited to a finishing school. Her parents think it's great. They need to refine her into a perfect little young lady. But what they don't realize is this is a school where you learn the fine art of finishing others. So basically, she is a spy, and she is a classy assassin. She'll kill you, but she will serve you tea perfectly while doing it. This is actually one of my favorite series.
Interesting.
All of her series, I love them. I feel like this is something you'd like more.
Probably.
Because it's set in the 1800s.
Yeah, I like historical fiction, that type of stuff, so maybe I'll give this one a try.
I think you should.
One day.
I think you should. Book number 3.
This book is Speakeasy, Speak Love by MacLeod. I'm also going to go with historical fiction as the genre.
Why?
Because of the way they are dressed, once again. Also because the word speakeasy, prohibition. So this book could be based in the 1910s? 20s?
20s.
Yeah. Prohibition era. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can summarize from that book.
Yeah, the back doesn't really show anything. So Speakeasy, Speak Love by MacLeod is the story of Beatrice, who finds out that her her cousin Hero is running a speakeasy out of their basement.
You can't speak easy. today. Neither can I.
I can't talk today. This one is a Shakespeare retelling of Much Ado About Nothing. I have not read this one, so I don't know if you'd like it or not, but when I do read it, I'll let you know.
Oh, is that one on your TBR, or?
Yes. He knows the words now. I've converted you.
If you haven't read it,
I know.
and you own it, it's gotta be on your TBR, right? Ideally.
Oh, you know the word. Book number 3.
This book is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page, and this book, I'm gonna go with fantasy for the genre, and this is a retelling of The Wizard of Oz.
Where are you getting that from?
Dorothy. And because the cover shows the dress and the high heels.
In the original story, Dorothy had silver high heels, not red like the movie. This cover shows the silver high heels.
I'm not too familiar with the story, but just going off what I see on the cover,
That'd be most people.
I'm making an assumption that it's a retelling of The Wizard of Oz. And yeah, for some odd reason it says Dorothy Must Die. I don't really know why, but yeah.
Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page is a Wizard of Oz retelling. It begins in present day where another girl from Kansas named Amy gets dropped into Oz. But what she finds there is that everything's not the way she knew it in the movie. First of all, Oz is real. She didn't think that was a thing. But Oz is real. I wish. I mean, can it be real?
It's real for us.
It's real for us. Ah. You're cute. When Amy gets into Oz, she finds that Dorothy has come back and she's not the sweet little farm girl that everybody knows from the movie and the original stories. Basically, she is a dictator at this point, and Glinda, the good witch, is actually a really, really bad person, and Amy must work with the wicked witches to restore Oz to what it used to be.
Oh god. I just remember watching the original movie as a kid, and the Wicked Witches would give me nightmares.
We used to hide under the covers.
And to this day, I still like
the Wicked Witches are nice in this one.
Yeah, that's whenever I think of that movie, the nightmares I still have.
The 5th and final book.
This book is Geek Arella, a novel by Ashley Poston, and this book is also a retelling of Cinderella. I know that based on the fact that the girl on the cover is dressed like Cinderella, also because the title is very similar to the word Cinderella. There's a lot of hints on this cover that tell me it's a retelling. I feel like she's a geek. She has a really cute little dachshund. I don't know if it's hers, but
he's there.
But he's there, and
it makes the story better automatically. You can look at the back for this one.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't say anything.
It looks like a character from Star Trek on the back. I'm not really sure why, but so it looks like on the back they're on the set for one of the Star Trek movies, and that's about it.
All right. So Geek Arella is indeed a Cinderella retelling. I love my retellings, if you haven't guessed yet. I really do love them.
I've noticed.
As any good Cinderella retelling has, there is the stepmother and the stepsisters, who are absolute horrible people to the main character, Ellie. So not only is it kind of a Cinderella retelling, we have a Star Trek type thing going on.
Yeah.
He's a character from a movie called Starfield. It was a show, and what's happening is they are doing a remake of the original series, and they're doing a movie. So kind of like what they did with Star Trek when they had the series and then they did the movie. I was a big fan. Some people in this one are not a fan because they think this guy here, Darian, he is not your typical type of person you would think would be in a sci-fi movie. He was a character on some TV drama, I can't remember what it is right now, and the fans have just kind of dismissed him as not a true fan and not the best person for the movie. While the fans have dismissed Darian as another heartthrob and just some stupid person who will not do the character justice, what they don't know is he is actually a die-hard fan. He's a closet die-hard fan because it's not cool to be a fan of this, which I disagree with because fandoms are a part of life and you should not be ashamed of your fandom. Anyways, he's a closet die-hard. He doesn't want anyone to know, but he really wants to do this character justice. And Ellie, the main character, our Cinderella type person, is a huge fan of Starfield, hence the geek. If you are a fan of Fangirl or Eliza and Her Monsters, this is definitely a book you will enjoy. If you haven't read those two and you like this one, you should go read them. I feel like you have an inner fangirl. I don't know where.
Fanboy, maybe?
No, I feel like you'd squeal. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
We're trying to figure this out. I don't know.
What do you fangirl over? He fangirls over power tools and hardware. That's your fangirl. We walked into Home Depot one time, and I'm pretty sure I heard a little squeal out of you when they had your toolbox that you've been looking for.
Yeah, well...
He's in the trades.
I start sweating a little bit when I see something I want, but that's how you feel when you walk into, like, chapters. Just go with fanboy, to be fair.
Fine.
I don't know.
We can go with fanboy, but if I ever hear a squeal out of you again, you're automatically becoming a fangirl.
Okay, fair enough.
You have no say. I'm sorry. Smooth. Love you. So that was our Judge a Book by Its Cover challenge. I think he did pretty well. For not reading, he's not a big reader.
No, not at all.
And especially with fiction, he's more of a non-fiction guy. He doesn't like fantasy. He doesn't like anything that's not really plausible.
The only fantasy I really like is more the stuff that relates to my childhood, but I'm more of a historical...
Yeah. Anything set in the past, any historical fiction, any... I think you would enjoy retellings, though.
Yeah,
certain
perhaps.
ones.
Yep. Yeah. I'd probably read some of the ones we went over today.
I mean, you have a large selection of books.
I'm so thankful for her because at any given time I have 700 plus books at my disposal.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's gotta be something in here. Here is the historical fiction.
This is like the Netflix of books, basically.
Except there's not a lot of crappy choices that you have to go through to find what you really want.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So this would be a good time to announce a new series that I am going to be doing, I think once a month maybe?
Yeah, once a month would be good.
We're going to start a Becoming a Book Nerd series where I try and turn Curtis into a reader. I've bought him a couple of books. He's gotten 40 pages into one.
Yes.
40 pages into one, and he's liking it so far. Yeah?
Really good, actually.
Yeah. He hasn't had a lot of free time in the past year or so with buying a new house and trying to get all that done. But now that we're settled, he has a little bit more free time. Lately, he's been reading a lot for work, but when he's done with that, we can get him into some fiction. I mean, reading for work technically is reading, so I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
And it's something you need to do.
I sometimes have a hard time focusing, so...
Which is understandable. So the next time that you see Curtis will be episode 1 of Becoming a Book Nerd. I think in that one we're going to pick out his TBR for the year and go from there. This series will definitely have tips on how to get more into reading if you're not already into reading, or how to get somebody else into reading like I am, because it's a huge part of my life and I would love it if we could read together. I mean, he doesn't have a huge attention span when it comes to reading,
Not really.
which I understand, so I might try and get him into an audiobook. And while he's doing things around the house, just listen to an audiobook, because that counts as reading. And anyone who says it doesn't count as reading is wrong, and they've been lying to you. Don't listen to them, because you're still consuming a book. Right?
That's true.
Makes sense. Along the same lines of me having Curtis in my videos, he has started his own YouTube channel. I mentioned it in a video last week.
Yep.
I think. And he has just posted a new video where we did one of those how well do we know each other challenges. I will link that down below in the description box so you could guys. I would love it if you guys went and checked that out.
My goal is to upload maybe one video a week with Zoe, my friends, my other family. I'm going to do all kinds of fun videos, challenges, just kind of fun stuff. I don't really have any set goals, but it's just to have fun.
Lighthearted videos.
Exactly. So yeah, if you want to check it out, that would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, expect to see Zoe in a lot of those videos as well. So I know you guys all love watching her videos, and a lot of my videos, they're not going to be all book related, but I'm going to try and have the same positive energy in my videos. And yeah.
And if anyone has any good challenges or something that they think Curtis can do, leave those down below in the comments.
For sure.
And we're always trying to find new challenges for him to do and just fun stuff. If there's anything you guys want to see, let us know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see a movie now.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch a movie with her mom, and
I will probably read during the commercials before the previews because I have a problem and I can't not be reading. Does that bother you? that I read constantly.
It doesn't bother me, Zoe. I love you. I've accepted it.
Okay, good.
She's a reader, and all you guys are readers too, obviously, because this is a booktube channel, so.
Yeah.
You guys are probably all the same.
I mean, it's gotten...
You guys are all awesome. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel.
We're gonna leave that in there. I mean, like, it's... That's not hooked up to the wall. Don't... Please don't touch that, it's gonna fall.
Alright.
I mean, like, it's gotten to the point where if I'm reading, he has to physically shake me, so I will pay attention to him. Yeah, I think that's all we have for today. You have anything else?
No, I'm out of here.
Alright.
Love you.
Bye, Mom. Love you. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, all at You're a Book Nerd Zoe, to stay updated with all of my current reads and how I'm feeling about them. I will link those down in the description box for you. Like I said, I will link Curt's latest video and his channel in the description box as well. Thank you guys so much to everyone and anyone who went and watched my brother's live stream for charity. He hit his goal of raising $1,000 Canadian. I think he got to 1,024. The donations were actually in US dollars, so he ended up raising, I think it was, with the conversion rate, I think it's around 900 US, something like that, 850. Anyways, he shaved his head on screen. His wife waxed a W for our last name Wilson into his chest, and when they hit $1,000 Canadian, his wife waxed an M for Marcus, their cousin with cancer, and a T for the one guy watching, and a 1 for One Up Cancer, the charity fund that he was raising money for. They waxed all of that into his back. It's sadistic in the worst possible way, but I thought it was hilarious because he's my big brother and he screamed so loud. I mean, anyone would, waxing that much hair. He will be posting the highlights from that 12-hour stream on his channel. I will link that down below as well. Once again, thank you guys so much for donating. It was absolutely fantastic. Over 1,000 people ended up watching at some point or another. And thank you so much to Haley. You're awesome. Thank you for putting that on your Twitter and getting the word out. It means so much to all of us, to everyone in Nova Scotia and Kingston. Thank you for being so awesome. That is really all I have for today. I will see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day, and I hope you all have at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. Bye!